Thank you, Sirmita. His Excellency Khanan Godar, CEO of EWB Israel and Canada. Our chairman is joining shortly, Ramesh Kumar Shilwal, principal, distinguished guest, ACM colleagues, and dear students. I, on behalf of Engineering Without Border Nepal, would like to welcome you all in the soft opening program. We wish to do it meeting in person, but because of this COVID situation, we are compelled to do it via this virtual meeting. But the good thing is that we could have international friends because of this virtual meeting. That's the good part of it. I'd like to begin with my short introduction. I'm Kapil Dev Regmi. I'm the Executive Director of Advanced College of Engineering and Management. I'm in the field of education for the last 2.5 decades. I was the founder of Kathmandu Don Bosco College School and Kathmandu Pragya Kunja School. I'm associated with few social institutions, like I'm the treasurer of self-help organizations for cerebral palsy. And talking about this Engineering Without Border, this is a movement. This is a journey for transforming life. That's what I feel. And it has 103 worldwide programs in different countries, 103 countries. And I'm happy that Nepal is also one of the countries out of those 103. And we are very happy that we could be a part of this Engineering Without Border. And the best part of this Engineering Without Border, as our expert will be mentioning more about it, either you are engineer or you are not the engineer, either you are technical or non-technical, you can be part of it. And to be very honest, I'm not the engineer. And I'm also the part of this Engineering Without Border Nepal. And talking about Engineering Without Border Nepal, the tagline that we have said is globally together. So we truly look forward working with the community, international community, and for the betterment of our society, our deprived sector of Nepal. And I'm very happy that we have a beautiful team of Nepal, diverse team ranging from core engineering to entrepreneurs, from educationists to LGBT community too. So we have a beautiful team, and we hope we can begin good initiatives here in Nepal, and gradually we hope partnering with international institution will be able to contribute to a bigger level. I'm very happy that we have Michelle, the CEO of Engineering Without Border Israel, is here, who is in the international board also. And I think it has been about 4 or 5 weeks that I talked to her, and with her mentoring, and in this 4 or 5 weeks of time, we have been able to come to this stage. So I really appreciate, and the whole team appreciate for your mentoring. And then Boris, who is also the CEO of Engineering Without Border Canada, he's joining all the way from Canada, and we feel like you have come all the way to Nepal. That's what we feel. Thank you, Boris, for your encouragement, and we hope we'll be able to work with Canada also. I really respect a lot for Excellency Khanan Godar, very good friend, truest friend from Nepal, and truest friend of many people. It is said that of a person who has more friends, he has no friends, but he's friends of every friend. And then I really appreciate, and he's always positive appreciations, his associations or his encouragements. That's amazing, and he is the truest friend of Nepal. That I feel very happy to share it. And we missed Excellency Dr. Anjan Sakya, Nepali ambassador to Israel, who was supposed to be present to today's program, but she called me yesterday evening. It was about 11:30, and then she informed me that the ministry, the foreign minister of Nepal, has a meeting today with other ambassadors, so she couldn't join, and she has sent a short video for the best wishes of this program. So we will play that video later. And with all this community, and we have friends, I think from 8 or 9 countries who have joined today's program, and I'm really happy, and I would like to welcome you all, and hope this is a good beginning in the case of Engineer Without Border Nepal, and then we all will have a time to meet in person and celebrate in the days ahead. That's what I feel. And saying all this, I conclude this welcome remark. Over to you, Srinita.
Thank you, Mr. Regmi, for your insightful words. Now, to begin the inaugural ceremony, I would like to acknowledge the presence of His Excellency Khanan Godar, Israeli Ambassador to Nepal, Mr. Boris Martin, CEO EWB Canada, Ms. Michelle Dolev Hashim Shoni, CEO EWB Israel, and the entire family of ACM College. Let us all give a big round of applause to inaugurate the soft opening of EWB Nepal. Here begins a new chapter. Congratulations to the entire team. Yes, let us all give a big round of applause once again to this new beginning. I would like to request Mr. Sojan Prajapati, Secretary of EWB Nepal, to share a short presentation on EWB Nepal.
Thank you so much, Sumita ma'am. First of all, welcome everybody. So I would like to present some of the ideas about Engineers Without Borders Nepal. What do we envision? What are the core values around that concept? So here, I mean, the problems out there is most of the time it's really random. The thing that you see right now on the screen is the chaos, the randomness that we see in the society. And to bring order, all we need is basically Engineers Without Borders. That's what we are trying to do, to bring order to the chaos that we currently see in the community. And for that, we have basic 3 core values. And we want to break the silos, the silo of the disciplines, the silo of the countries, and the silo of thinking. These are like, we basically tend to be in our own silo. That's what we want to break. Talking individually about the disciplines. Everybody is looking at the problem from their own perspective. I'm a mechanical engineer. I'm looking at the same problem from another angle. Whereas Srimita ma'am, she is from academic like perspective. Like she has an academic perspective, and she has another idea for the same problem. But it doesn't matter. At the end, it is about the community, what they think about it. Right? So EWB, with that, we want EWB to be a melting pot of all the disciplines so that we can solve the problem as one. And also the countries. However, the local problems, like for individual countries, we really need global expertise to solve the local problems. And that's what we plan to do with EWB. EWB is a melting pot for all the countries to solve the problem as one. And finally, the silo of the thinking. I mean, it is definitely our mistake if we think that somebody else will work for us. Like, let's put it clear, we have to work for us. And yes, with this, EWB is a melting pot for all people to solve the problem, again, as one. So we heartily welcome you to Engineers Without Borders, Nepal. I mean, the vision, the objective, and the scope, it's not fixed yet, because like we want to enjoy the process rather than the destination. We don't know where we will be in like 5 years from now, but definitely satisfied with our work. Having said that, there are a few ideas that we would like to work on. Really, we want to promote students' involvement in the community, energy access for the community, capacity building to support locals, and finally, STEM education for all. So these are the 4 major projects that we could actually start with, but definitely we are open for a lot of ideas. And as we told, we want to enjoy the process rather than the destination. We don't know where we will be, but definitely happy. Definitely, because we want to give back to the community, and that is the core value that we have right now. So with this, I would like to welcome all of you to Engineers Without Borders, Nepal. A new chapter begins today. And obviously, when the chapter begins, we have to learn something. Finally, it's a Nepali word, dhanyavad, which actually translates to thank you.
Dhanyavad, Mr. Prajapati, for that wonderful presentation. We will now be introducing all the members of EWB Nepal one by one. It's going to be a very quick introduction. To begin with, may I request Mr. Regmi to start the introduction round?
Thank you. I have already introduced myself as I'm the president for now, this Engineer Without Border Nepal. I am the member of the faculty board of Kathmandu University. And besides that, I'm the vice president of Salom Club. That is the club who go to Israel for higher education or training. And there are about 3,000 members here in Nepal. And I look after as a vice president of that Salom Club. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Regmi. Moving on to Mr. Angdorji Lama.
Namaste. I'm Angdorji Lama, Vice President of EWB Nepal. I'm a civil engineer. I'm working in construction industry in Nepal. I'm Vice President of Federation of Contractor Association of Nepal. And also I'm involved in the different organizations, social organizations. I think that's all for me.
Thank you, Mr. Lama. Once again, back to Mr. Sojan Prajapati.
Thank you so much. I'm Sojan Prajapati. I'm currently involved at Advanced College of Engineering as project executive at Research and Innovation Unit. I graduated as mechanical engineer, and I continued my master's in Technical University of Munich, TUM. And I was working in the community there as well. TUM, we have an NGO, TU Empower Africa. And I got to know Johannes Winkelmann, and that's how we got your contact, Michelle. We were discussing about some of the ways that we can connect to the community. And here we are. I'm very happy to meet you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Prajapati. Ms. Vidushi Rana.
Hi, I'm Vidushi Rana. I'm the director of brand and marketing at Gold Star Shoes. It's the biggest footwear company in Nepal. It's an industry, and we have around 3,000 workers working for us. And I personally take pride in the fact that more than 70% of them are women. And we train these women before we hire them. Other than that, when I got a call from Kapilji saying that he wanted me to join this forum, I was not sure what I was getting into. But after having seen what Engineers Without Borders plan to do, I'm very excited to be a part of this journey, and I'm happy to have met all of you, and I'm looking forward to grow with you and make changes in the society and the country at large. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Rana. Moving on to Ms. Kavita Pandey.
Namaskar and good evening to all. It's an honor and privilege to be a part of this initiative, Engineers Without Border. Okay, so let me introduce myself. So I have a degree in Bachelor's in Architecture and MSc in Urban Planning from Institute of Engineering. Also, I have been working as an architect, planner, and technical officer at Nepal Academy of Science and Technology, NAST. I have been working as an unit chief for disaster risk reduction program at NAST, which mainly aims in reduction of disasters through various different R&D aspects. Besides, I have also taken some of the trainings in arts and architectures, as well as disaster risk reduction programs from other countries like Japan and China. So I take this opportunity to make sustainable transformation in the community with all my knowledge and expertise from my behalf. And I'm also looking forward to work as a team in the days to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Pandey. Moving on to Ms. Ruji Pradhananga. I hope Ms. Pradhananga is present here today.
Yes, she is. I think she is struggling to unmute.
No, sir. I think we need to work on. He's muted. He's asking to be unmuted.
Yes.
Yes. Sorry. Uh, Good evening and namaste to everyone. I'm Rosie Pradhananga. Currently, I'm a lecturer in Kulchuk Campus Institute of Engineering under Trivandrum University. By degree, I'm a civil engineering, more specifically a transportation engineer. Before working in Kulchuk Campus, I worked in Kyoto University, Japan, and Qatar University, Qatar, and Hamad bin Khalifa University, Qatar Foundation. I'm extremely excited to join this group, EWB Nepal chapter, and to be part of EWB globally. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Ms. Pradhananga. Moving on to Mr. Pratishthit Lal Shrestha.
Namaste, I'm Pratishthit Lal Shrestha, Assistant Professor at Department of Mechanical Engineering in Kathmandu University. And I'm also leading a design lab. And I've been involved with different community works and the Enable Nepal Enable community through Enable Nepal as well. And I've been working in different community related problems and prosthetics as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Shrestha. Moving on to Ms. Ashmita Subedi.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Ashmita Subedi. I'm currently lecturer at Advanced College of Engineering and Management. I feel humbled to have got this opportunity to lead Advanced College chapter of Engineers Without Borders. I think it is surely going to be a life-changing experience. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Subedi. One of our other members, Ms. Simran Sirchan, she could not be here today due to some unavoidable circumstances. She belongs to LGBT community and is working for LGBT communities' rights. Her organization has more than 40 branches all over Nepal. Thank you all for that wonderful introduction. And lastly, I am Srimita Maharjan once again. I am the treasurer of EWB Nepal. I am an educator, and I believe I have been able to shape young minds. I have also worked with media for quite a bit, but this is what I enjoy doing, being an educator. I feel truly privileged to be a part of EWB Nepal. Thank you. May I now request Mr. Boris Martin, CEO EWB Canada, for best wishes note.
Well, thank you for having me. Can you hear me fine? And see me? Yeah?
Yes, you're audible, sir.
Nice. Distinguished guests and partners, His Excellency Hanan Godar, Mr. Kapil Regmi, thank you so much for inviting me today. Respected leaders of the EWB Nepal team as well. I think an impressive list and show of strength and commitment that we just saw today. Respected professors and students, namaste. And thank you for your invitation to the soft opening ceremony of Engineers Without Borders Nepal. My name is Boris Martin. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of Engineers Without Borders Canada, and I'm also a director on the board of EWB International. It is my great pleasure and privilege to present you with our well wishes on the launch of EWB Nepal. Let me make just two small comments. It may be self-evident to say that EWB Nepal was an urgent and important idea, and I will illustrate how. I was reading the news before this event and saw the devastating impacts of the flash floods along the banks of the Melanchi River that you have seen in the news as well. I send my compassionate thoughts to your nation for the tragic loss of life. It is beyond doubt that with rapidly changing climate, global heating of the planet, we face immense pressure, and all of our societies face immense pressure to adapt to climate change. It demands that we adapt, that we mitigate. And for example, one of the missions of EWB Nepal is to provide access to renewable energy. And to me, you are responding to an urgent need, a local urgent need, a global urgent need. Launching EWB Nepal, therefore, was urgent. If it was urgent, I also think it was important. There's never a week going by without an article being written about new technologies sometimes threatening the future of work, or making wealth inequalities worse, or sometimes making workplaces less inclusive. There's also never a week going by without an article presenting technologies as a beacon of hope for humanity, like in the case of renewable energies and so many solutions that STEM are generating on an annual basis. So there's no doubt today that disproportionate and central a role technology plays and occupies in our society, sometimes for better and sometimes for worse. And engineers play an essential role in the creation of technology. Therefore, I feel it is our responsibility to build resilient cities, resilient infrastructure, to create equitable economies, and bringing engineers together to learn what it takes to create technology in a responsible way, both socially and environmentally, and bringing engineers together to take action together towards creating a safer, more prosperous world for all is a potent contribution to positive change. It's an important part of the solution. And as such, creating EWE Nepal was important. And since we're hosted by the Advanced College of Engineering and Management, good managers will say that what is important and urgent must be prioritized. And that's what you have done. You have prioritized the launch of EWB Nepal. You are succeeding in this endeavor. I wanted to say congratulations. And personally, and in the name of the EWB International Board of Directors, I want to send you all our best wishes for success and impact for EWB Nepal. As you take your first steps as a new organization, you can count on our support. We're so pleased that you are joining the global family. So respectfully, I say welcome. Thank you for your contribution to a collective global effort, and congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Martin. I would now like to request Ms. Michelle Dolev Hashim-Shoni, CEO EWB Israel, to share her thoughts on Israelis and Nepali on EWB.
Thank you very much. I'm very honored to be here, and thank you, Boris, for your warm words on behalf of the international organization. I'm very pleased and honored to be here, and of course, very excited to be a part of this establishing and soft opening of Nepal EWB. And of course, hello, and I'm honored to meet our Excellency, the Ambassador of Israel to Nepal, Hanan, and it's my first time for meeting you, so I'm very happy too. And to see all your wonderful people taking your time to be a part of this amazing event. And I was thinking, what can I say today? Because there's so much to say about being an EWB activist and being an EWB CEO. And you have so much work in front of you. So I was thinking, what is the most important skill that I think that an activist of EWB needs to have? And I was thinking about a set of skills that for us as EWB engineers working in communities is the most important skill. And the thing that came to my mind, it has nothing to do, I'm sorry, I didn't say that I'm not an engineer too, like Kabita, I'm an architect. So I think that this is, it's not, our organization is not open only for engineers. The end point is engineering, but the whole idea is very holistic. We have to think of art, of philosophy, of community. It's very diverse, it's very colorful. And this is why we need this very colorful engagement, like I see on my Zoom screen. So one of the skills that I thought of talking about was maybe a thing that we talk to our students, and Maya here, our project manager, yeah, you met her. She's she's managing the whole training sessions in Israel, EWB Israel, and we talk about the skills that EWB activists and students volunteering have to have as a basic set of skills. And one of the things that came up to my mind was humbleness, because sometimes Israeli students, I'm sure that Hanan will agree with me, we always come to communities and say, hi, hello, we came to save the world. And I think that the first thing we need to do is listen when we come to work and assist communities. The thing that we do have to do first is to see what the situation is all about. How can we work collaboratively with the community and not only for the community? How can we find appropriate technologies that can benefit the basic human needs of a community? So this is sometimes a very wicked problem that we have to solve, and it takes sometimes years to solve. So I think the first step for us as EWB engineers, as EWB activists, I think is to think how can we work collaboratively on joint ventures, on collaborative projects to work together. And when a few months ago, when Kapil reached out and asked and told me he's going to establish an EWB Nepal, I thought it was a very exciting opportunity for me to talk about the organization as a whole and to look at the wide picture of the vision, and to talk of what would be the first step for us to collaborate on and to think of moving forward together. So first of all, it's a great honor for us Israelis to be a part of this establishing. And I agree with Boris that sometimes it's a huge, huge challenge to work on environmental issues and community issues. So I just wanted to say, to end my words with saying that we're good friends of you and we want to work together and to figure out and find solutions together, send students over to Nepal, invite Nepalis to Israel, and begin on working together on these wicked problems. So thank you for having me today. Thank you very much. Namaste.
Thank you, Ms. Hashim Shoni. Her Excellency Dr. Anjan Shakya, even though she could not be here today, she has sent us a video message. So let us all watch it.
Namaste, Shalom. I am very much pleased to say a few words in front of you all. I would like to thank and congratulate Mr. Kapil Regmi for organizing this program. I also met CEO of Engineers Beyond Borders in Israel few months ago. We had a wonderful talk and wonderful conversation. I'm very glad that you organize such a wonderful program now for the engineers. This is a good initiative. I believe this program will enhance the relations between engineers in the nations and the entire world. I hope this will help a lot for the country. I would like to wish you all for the great success of this program.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for sending that video. I would like to request His Excellency Hanan Goder, Israeli Ambassador to Nepal, to speak on multi-dimensions of Nepal-Israel relations.
I'm on mute. Do you hear me? Do you see me now?
Yes, Your Excellency.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm very much excited to be here. I really want to wish namaste and shalom to everybody present, to the CEO of the chapter in Canada, Mr. Bartin, and to Mrs. Hashim Shoni in Israel, to you, Mr. Kapil. Ambassador Shakya is absent this time, but the most important is for all the participants. EWB is a wonderful organization, and I have an experience with this organization. I'm not sure that you're aware, but this is my second time in Nepal. Mero Israeli nam hanan goderho tora mero Nepali nam dilbadurho. For those who need translation of my Nepali, I'm sure that you will help us later. The long-standing relations between Nepal and Israel started many years ago. Actually, we have just celebrated 61 years of wonderful bilateral relations. And I know that this friendship between Israelis and Nepalis is existing for a very, very long time. Israel is a very small country. Israel is only half the size of Bhutan. But still, we have managed to do a lot of things for development. And of course, when you talk about development, the work, there is no development without engineers. I'm sorry to say, this is a major factor of any progress in any country. And I know that during the last 60 years, a lot of progress was made on agriculture sector in Israel, on financial sector in Israel, and Israel has turned in the recent years into a hub for high-tech, for technology, for advanced technology. I think that this is a wonderful opportunity for us to share, because Nepal is in the dreams, and people here do not realize how much it is. Nepal is in the dreams of the entire section of the people that are finalizing their studies, their academic studies, as a dream of a place that they would like to visit. I know that at the same time, Israel is the dream of thousands of Nepalis, and I know that thousands of Nepalis are going, and we recently signed a few more agreements with Nepal to increase the movement of people from this side to that side and backwards. And I think this is a wonderful opportunity of people-to-people bridge. Now, I know what your projects are involved, and the amazing thing about this project, again, as Mrs. Hashim-Shoni said, the encounter, the meeting, the fact that you have people that are coming from various countries to Nepal, meet the Nepali partners from the organization, and together go and create the projects. Now, you don't have to make the most sophisticated project, okay? I'm not sure that on the first visit you will send a spaceship to the moon, but the things that you are going to do here during the next project in Nepal or in Israel are long-standing, and not only long-standing, because the connections, the relationship that is created on these short missions or long missions are something that the participants take for years, for almost the entire lifetime. And again, you are young people, the future is in front of you. I know that things are going to develop and to continue, and I know that you will continue to do the hard and important work of what engineers are doing. To the three representatives of the chapters, I'm very proud to be associated with your organization, and I'm sure that we will continue the cooperation. Thank you very much. Namaste and Dere Dere Dhanyabad.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I'm very pleased to learn about your Nepali name as well. The entire team of EW Nepali is truly privileged to have all of your presence here today. I would now like to share a short video of Nepal. I hope this video will encourage the international community to come to Nepal. So let us all enjoy this beautiful video.
धैर्यता ಕದಗದಿನ್ ನಗದೆತ್ತ ಗಿಂತ್ರ ನಗ ಕತ್ತೆಟ್ಟೆತ್ತ ಕದಳ್ ತಿಂಗದ ದಳ್ ತಿಂಗದ ದಳ್ ತಿಂಗದ
I hope you all enjoyed the video of our beautiful country, Nepal. May I now request Mr. Angdorji Lama, Vice President of EWB Nepal, for a vote of thanks.
Namaste, good evening. His Excellency Mr. Hanan Godar, Ambassador of Israel to Nepal. Mr. Boris Martin, CEO, EWB Canada. Similarly, Mrs. Michelle, CEO, Inner Borders of Israel. Mr. Ramesh Kumar Silwal, Chairman, Advanced College. Mr. Kapil Dev Regmi, Chairman, EWB Nepal. Distinguished guests, friends, and colleagues. First of all, on behalf of Engineers Without Borders Nepal, I would like to thank you all for joining us on this historic day. With the spirit of collaboration across various fields, we are on the verge of stepping an exciting and challenging collective journey, and I hope we have meaningful impact in terms of sustainable development of different regions in Nepal. I'm encouraged by the level of interest in our organization, and I'm sure that we'll be awarding experience of all involved. I'm also enthusiastic about future programs that we'll be designing and implementing in future. I look forward interacting and collaborating with all the other Engineers Without Borders across the world, as well as local and international development partners who have varied expertise and experience in the field of development. Once again, I would like to thank you all for your valuable time and wonderful wishes given to us. I also would like to thank My Excellency Dr. Anjana Sakya for her beautiful video message. And at last but not the least, I would like to thank Advanced College for providing us the support and the logistic as well as financial. I look forward for continuous support in future too. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lama. We have almost come to an end of this remarkable event. I would like to request Mr. Ramesh Kumar Silwal, Chairperson ACM, for his concluding remarks.
Thank you, ma'am. Well, His Excellency N.M. Godar, Boris Martin, myself or Michael Dolev, Mr. Kapil Dev Regmi, A.D. Lama, and other official bearers of EWB, participants, and distinguished guests. First of all, I would like to express my sincere thanks to the organizer for organizing such a beautiful event. And I would like to express my sincere thanks to the speaker, especially to His Excellency N.M. Godar for his wonderful speech, as well as Ambassador of Nepal to Israel, Dr. Anjana Sakya, for her wonderful remarks. Similarly, I appreciate the Michelle and Boris contributions and their remarks about engineering without border. In my personal opinion, engineers without border is like a leaders without portfolio. Basically, basic education in engineering education is similar in all over the world. Only the difference is their academic excellency, their quality of engineering education, their experiences, their creativity, and their resource availability and resource management. We do have one type of engineering excellencies in Nepal or in SAARC region, and in American, European, Australian, and developed countries, they do have another type of expertise. If we share our expertise, if we share our knowledge, if we share our skill, I think it's beneficial for all of us. And EWB will help in future to make this engineering educations as a global, to establish global networking and to strengthen our relationship all over the world. And today's program is one of the example of this arena. So in coming days, we'll share our experience, we'll share our knowledge. It is said that we can't build Eiffel Tower again. So in case of engineering design, in case of implementations of that design, in case of creativity, different countries and different engineers, they do have different experience. So let us share our experience, let us share our knowledge, let us share our skills, and let us share our available resource to each other so that we can take benefits with each other. So I express my sincere thanks to all of you, especially to N.M. Godar. As he said, Israel is half than Bhutan. I think the size is not important. Today, the most powerful is COVID-19 virus. In size, we can't see in COVID-19 virus. But all over the world, COVID-19 virus is more powerful than USA right now. So the size is not important. What you are doing from the inception of Israel to till date, that's important. In case of science and technology, and in case of economic and social contribution, Israel is one of the superpower in the world. So in future, your experience, your knowledge, we are able to share your experience and knowledge. And one day, in case of science and technology, we will be in behind of your countries as well. Thank you very much to all of you. And with these few words, I would like to conclude this session. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Silwal. And on behalf of entire team of EWB Nepal, I would like to thank everyone for your valuable presence. Take care and have a wonderful evening. Good luck to EWB Nepal. Thank you, everyone.
Good luck.
Thank you. Good luck. Namaste. Shalom.
Shalom.
Namaste, Salam.